Kote Shigarami. The entrance to this is identical to Gyaku Shigarami, and it's very similar all the way down to the ground up until the finish. Might be helpful to also watch that video, Gyaku Shigarami. The person who's attacking me, we're facing each other. They're going to attack with an overhead strike. I'm going to block with an X block. The hand that's in front is going to be my outside hand. When I say outside and inside, as I'm facing the person, they're attacking on this side. My outside hand is on the outside of their arm. The inside hand is on the inside of the attacking arm in front of their body and between their arms. I don't say right and left. That way you can do this on either side and it will always be the outside hand. They attack on this side. My outside hand is in front and I block. Their hand gets caught in the X block, and the hand behind, the inside hand, is going to slide down the wrist. The other hand, the forearm still maintains contact and pressure as I roll around behind it. That way both hands maintain contact at all times. Outside hand in front, inside hand switches, slides, rotate around behind. If I do it the other way around, my front hand, I can still slide, but then my other hand is now going across my own hand, so there's a moment where I lose contact with that second hand. You can do it this way, but I think it's more precise to do it the other way, so both hands are always making contact with the arm and you have that counter pressure. At the end, I'm pulling on the wrist and pushing on the elbow, and I want that even during the transition. Pull and push. And I'm grabbing the wrist and I'm pushing behind the elbow. My inside leg, the one that's between their legs, is going to make a semicircle away from them in front as I take them down to the ground. Again, on the other side, as they're attacking from here, my outside hand is in front. I X block. Inside hand slides down. Outside hand rotates around on the forearm to the back of the elbow. Pulling from the wrist, pushing against the elbow to lock the arm and elbow. Inside leg in front makes a semicircle around on the ground. As I turn and take them all the way to the ground. Once they hit the ground, they will be face down. You'll still have contact. My hand's still on the wrist, my forearm's on the back of the elbow. I'm taking them all the way down to the ground. To finish, I'm going to stand. Gyaku Shigarami, I would step over and lock the shoulder. Now I'm actually going to step on the shoulder itself. Not the arm, not the back, but right where the arm and the shoulder connect. That spot. I'm going to use the blade of my foot. A mistake a lot of people use, they use the flat of their foot. It's too wide of a surface area. You'll get some pressure in there, but it's not as strong, and they may be able to resist and move out of that. I'm going to use the blade of my foot just like I'm doing a side kick with that blade. The blade is going to cut right in between where the end of the arm connects to the back. Right there. My arm still putting pressure in, pushing the arm towards the body as the blade is driving down behind the arm to lock. You can also lock the wrist back for extra pressure. You've already got the wrist locked. Once you're done, you can release, step away, still having the wrist locked. An alternative version, which I prefer, and I think Sensei also prefers and often shows, is instead of using the blade of the foot in standing, which is a little awkward because one of my legs is on their back, which means that they are my base. So as they move, I have a little bit of instability. Is to actually go all the way down with the knee and put the knee in that same spot. Put the kneecap where that blade of the foot would be. That gets a much stronger hold. I'm in nice and deep. If I do fall or anything, I'm in a good position to take their back and get control of their body in another way. That's a nice solid lock, and I have the whole weight of my body locking that in. Good control. Still, to finish, lock that wrist in and step away. If you want to practice this at home, all I'm using is a gi, a belt, that mobility tool you've seen me use in many of the other videos, and a broom. If for the arm. I'll put the broom in behind the mobility tool, and that part actually bends a little bit, so you can feel, I put my foot on the edge of the broom, you can feel that bend, just like you would on the arm and shoulder with a little bit of resistance there. You can really work on the precision of that point. Good luck practicing Kote Shigarami.